What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, y'all, these young crash outs, are they gonna get what they looking for real soon? I promise you. And I don't want to hear it because they gonna start getting their life taken from them by civilians. Because they out here losing their mind, acting reckless. I mean, no, they don't got no regard for human life at all. Nothing. And I don't want to hear nobody mama, daddy, grandmama coming on screen talking about their baby was just a good child, knowing your child is out here a menace, being a pure menace. So what am I talking about? Last night, a young Chicago police officer had his life taken from him in the line of duty in the East Chatham neighborhood, right? A neighborhood I used to live in, mind you. Two people are now in custody, but the officer's name is, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Enrique Martinez, a 26-year-old police officer who had been on the job just shy of 3 years. So Officer Martinez, the shooting happened near 80th and Ingleside after Officer Martinez stopped the vehicle with three individuals inside, and he approached. And after approaching the vehicle, someone inside of the vehicle started opening fire, striking 26-year-old Officer Enrique Martinez multiple times. Now, I don't know. I feel like excuse me. I think this is the video because I saw something on Facebook, and what it sounded like was the person who was shooting the firearm had a switch, which is something that people put on a gun to turn it into an automatic weapon. That's what it sounded like. And y'all out here taking the lives of police officers. First of all, this is not a video game, dog. Like, either you're gonna go to jail and get some time, or you're gonna stay in there because you're probably gonna be in there for the rest of your life. Gonna be in there for the rest of your life now. Not no probably about it. You're gonna be in there for the rest of your life, young man. You know, and this is what I'm talking about. They out here and people be hyping up these young N-words. That's what they call them. These young N-words. People be making jokes about them. I ain't making no jokes about none of it. Because these people out here will do harm to you. Some of these young crash outs will do harm to your mama, your sister, your son, your brother. They don't care nothing about nobody but themselves. They already high off all these drugs, running around as certified tweakers. They get high all day long doing every type of drug you can imagine. So they're not in a right frame of mind. A lot of times they coming from homes where they mamas and dads don't care what they doing. They able to run wild and recklessly all throughout the streets. And they've been doing this since they were young 14, 13-year-olds. Now they 18, 19 and out here just don't got no regard for no type of life. No regard for human life at all. But I promise y'all, these civilians are not going to play with them anymore. You're going to find these young crash outs are going to start getting taken off the map. And I'm not going to feel sad about it. I'm not going to be emotional about it. Because when you try to commit harm to other people, encroach on other people, you trying to do things to other people crazy for no reason, I don't respect that. I don't. And unfortunately, in this life, everybody don't deserve to be walking around amongst us. I'm sorry to say that. Everybody does not deserve to be walking around amongst us. There are really vile, heinous, despicable people out here who will do anything to anybody with no regard for nothing. They don't have any empathy, no feelings, no emotions about it, you know? And those people do not need to be walking around amongst us. They need to be in jail or worse, you know? And so I know this though. A lot of these civilians are not playing no more. They are not. And let these young crash outs be out here playing and messing with the wrong people. It's going to be over with. It's going to be over with. And I'm not going to feel I'm not, because a lot of these young crash outs are people who will do anything. Do stuff to your grandmama, your baby, your little daughter, your little son. And I don't got no empathy for people like that. You know, I'm going to say this, man. As a black man, I always ache when I see people going down the wrong direction in our community, young men, right? And if I can get a handle on them in any way and talk to them, I will. But then you have some people who it's too late for, because they are just so committed to living one way and seeing a life seeing life through the lens of vile, just seeing life in vile manner, right? And they are committed to committing atrocities. And so those people, unfortunately, hey, you gotta go. You gotta go. Now, this police officer lost his life for no reason last night. And I got friends who are police officers. You know what I'm saying? I got several friends from high school and college who are Chicago police officers. So I was just thinking, like, man, that could have been one of my close friends last night. You know what I mean? You taking somebody, like taking a police officer life, shooting at the police. You know what I mean? And just because you got stopped. You know, probably because you know you're going to jail with that stuff on you. But bro, so why are you riding around with that on you? You know? But yeah, these young crash outs will do anything to anybody. A lot of them will. You know, a lot of them will do anything and won't think twice about it. The other day, right? And this is what come with being in the streets. One boy that was in the streets, he lost his life. He had a funeral. At the funeral procession, I guess, you know, when they, you know, in the funeral line, driving away from the funeral home, the boy's sister had her life taken by some young crash outs who decided they wanted to shoot at the family or some other people who could possibly, other gang members who could possibly be there at the fallen dude's funeral. You know, if y'all I hope I said that correctly, if y'all can follow what I'm saying. A street dude lost his life, right? And so they had a funeral for him. In the funeral procession, after the funeral, after they leaving the funeral home, they in a line, you know. After that happens, one of the, one second, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. So yeah, what I was saying was that one second. My bad, y'all. My son came in here real quick. But yeah, so a street dude lost his life at the funeral. While they leaving the funeral home, some of his rivals end up shooting and taking the life of his sister. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Dudes that don't care nothing about nobody, but whatever they got going on in the street, don't care nothing about doing nothing to hitting the wrong people, touching the, you know, ended up taking the lives of the wrong people. They don't care. They don't care. And so when you got people like that in here, in this world, hey, is black and white. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to stuff like that. Everybody don't need to be walking out here amongst us. And civilians are not going to be playing with these young dudes, man. Young dudes out here trying to rob people, carjack people, you know, do all type of heinous stuff to any and everybody, you know, taking the lives of innocent people. These people they not gonna be playing with these dudes no more. They're not going to be playing with them, and you can't blame them. Civilians are not going to be playing with these dudes, and you cannot blame them for that. You know, but I saw this about this police officer, man, and it's sad. Like I told y'all, some of my friends are police officers, and so they were talking about it on social media and stuff this morning. And yeah, these young crash outs, young, silly, stupid little boys. Oh man. Life is it's not going to be kind to y'all because you're not being kind to other people out here. And the consequences will be harsh. They will be harsh because they should be. Because they should be, man. Like I said, people make light of it with jokes and all of that. They be like, oh, these young N-words got them switches. And see, they out here trying to do what they want to do because they got these access to these weapons and stuff. They think they can do what they want to do. The moment you have a disagreement with them, the moment you do something they don't like, the moment you they have a argument with you, the moment you step on their shoe, they're ready to take your life. This is not a video game, brother. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. And you could possibly lose your own life in that interaction because everybody ain't out here playing with people. Everybody not out here playing with folks. So, you know, yeah, man, it's very sad. But again, these young foolish young men throwing their life away and taking other people's life with them. That's despicable. That's despicable. That's something I cannot respect. That's something I can't even joke about. I can't. You know, I can't. 2 people are in custody, but it's still, yeah, it's despicable, man. I'm not hyping these young dudes up.